This video rocketed me out of bed on a Saturday morning because I realized I could make that. And what I mean by that is that I have a skull, I have a butterfly, I have a wasp's nest, and I have dried flowers. And I've collected things for forever, not knowing what I'd do with them, and this is the answer. But I don't have an inkling of knowledge about this kind of art. So watch in real time me realizing how the jaw fits into the skull. Oh. But I love oddities, so Sister's Curiosity was an obvious follow. While I'm jumping into the deep end without a floaty, I was a sculpture major in college, and I am a pro at utilizing foil and hot glue. I had an entire deer skeleton sitting in my garage waiting for such a time as this. I live in Missouri, so that's not that weird. And I'm so happy to finally be using the skull. Time to shake what my mama forgot to give me, flower arranging skills. These are roses from my husband that I dried. I put the last one in the mouth, and then I moved on to baby's breath. Now, obviously, mine isn't going to be as well arranged as Trinity Blades is, but I just had so much fun with this project. Even when I realized I had to go to the store to get fake moss, that didn't stop my ping-pong brain from being excited. Look, I get to use my rock collection. I thought it would be easy to make fake crystals out of hot glue sticks, but it wasn't, and they don't even look that good, but I'll use them anyway. I was ready to start covering up that foil, but the craft store only had this much lichen, so I had to make it stretch. I love insect and skull arrangements because they are the physical versions of Vanitas paintings from the 17th century, still lives that represent mortality. I think it's important to put life into perspective, so I've always admired these works of art. Here's one of my 3 wasps' nests. I always collect them because I just think they're so fascinating looking. I got these sprigs of green to fill in where I couldn't with the moss. And I ended up loving the variety in texture and color that it gave me when I had to use multiple kinds of greenery. Here's my bad hot glue crystals. Let's give them some green friends. A rose petal had fallen onto my desk while I was working, so I decided to add it to the sculpture. It's pretty on theme. Now, with very little resources left to cover up all of my tinfoil, I started looking for other things and found this crunchy leaf. I loved it, but it was too big. Perfect. You've probably forgotten, because I almost did. I was going to add this moth left over from my butterfly arrangement. And with that, it's finished. I loved it so much. It was so fun to make. It's so fun to look at. It probably needs a cloche, but I need to find a really big one, so I'll keep you updated on that. And thank you to Sister's Curiosity for inspiring me.